There we go. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. I am actually going to be leading the class, and Stephanie Beckman, will be practicing the class. I hurt my arm pulling. I think we pulled about 8 gallons of rusty nails out of the floor of the new space. And then I was informed today that they want me to pull all the nails from the ceiling. So, yay, if anybody wants to join me, please come with a face mask. I will be there on Friday, pulling nails from the ceiling. He said it should be a lot easier than pulling them from the ground. So anyway, that's that. Tonight's class will be a foundations flow. It won't be too complicated or too hard. But I'd like you to slow down as much as you can and feel as much as you can. So I will be speaking throughout the class, and Stephanie will be doing the poses. So feel free to jump in the middle or jump in whenever you get a chance to. If you want to listen to music, I put a link down below. It's made up by our own, my brain's working. It's made by Allie, from our little Allie, who is in New Zealand right now. So she made up the playlist, and we're going to be playing with that tonight. I can't play it during class for you to hear, but you can play it on your own, because it'll leave gold ramifications. So anyway, so Stephanie Beckman will be practicing class. It'll be a nice slow flow. So take your time and let's begin. I'd like you to start with a child's pose, if you don't mind. So come into a child's pose. And again, if at any time during the class that something doesn't feel right for you or just doesn't feel comfortable, then please feel free to stop, take a break, come to child's pose, lay on your belly, lay on your back. Whatever feels good to you is what you're going to do. Don't ever go to a pose that doesn't feel right. Listen to yourself. And on that idea of listening to yourself, I want you to listen to your breathing right now. Can you hear the sound of your breathing? Maybe take a big inhale through your nose and you exhale as if you're fogging up the mat. Letting everything go. Feel your thighs relax. Let your big toes kiss. Again, take a nice breath, and this time can you roll your head left and right, softening your forehead. And keeping your torso where it is, can you walk your hands off to the right side of the floor or the mat? So just walking those fingers, keeping your hips where they are, but opening up your side body. Maybe you take your left fingertips and you put them over the top of your right wrist. Again, breathing into just the left side of your body. And then walk them back towards the center. Take a breath here before you continue on to the other side. So walking your fingers to the left. Again, trying to keep your hips still where they are and just opening up the side. Letting go of the tension you've been holding on today. Whatever feelings you have of incompleteness, which may be common right now. Just being where you are, as you are. And then walk your fingertips towards the center. Again, take a nice big breath. Reach the fingertips forward. Roll the shoulders close to the ears as you reach forward. And then from here, can you just roll onto one hip or the other and swing your legs forward? So coming onto your bum, Swing your legs forward. Take a big inhale as you reach your arms up towards the sky. And bringing your hands to your heart, just close your eyes for a moment, and I want you to think about stacking your vertebrae from the tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. Again, that integrity. I keep coming back to that words over and over again. Finding the integrity of your spine, of your core. Drawing your shoulder blades away from your ears. And then keeping your back nice and flat and strong. Can you just take your fingertips and you're going to walk them along your legs towards your toes, and you're just going to find that crease from your hips. So keeping your back flat and just fold from your hips, just to the point where it just feels a little bit of a struggle, but not too much. And then again, think about bringing your chest towards your toes. And then exhale. I want you to forward fold, and if you can't touch your toes or the bases of your feet, bend your knees and bring your hands around the soles of your feet. So we're trying to roll out your spine more than your legs. So as you press your feet into your hands, can you roll your spine like a cat? Maybe your head gets heavy. Beautiful. Now slowly walk your way back up to a seated position. Bring your left foot to the opposite side of your right foot. So you're gonna, yep, there you go. Lift your knee up towards your chest. Sit up as tall as you can, nice and strong, like you are the queen or the king. And then from here, we're gonna find a nice rotational twist. So if you wanna work on more in your hip, you're just going to wrap your left elbow, your right elbow around your left knee. If you really wanna work more on your spine, I'm gonna engage you to bring the elbow, reach the arm up towards the side and bring the elbow down to hook on the outside of that leg. And all the time keeping your gaze over the top of your left shoulder. Nice and tall and strong. Keep breathing. Can you sit up nice and tall? Can you think of one thing that you'd like to leave in your past? As you're gazing over your shoulder, think of that as your past. Maybe something you want to leave there. Don't want to look at it anymore. Let it go. Beautiful. And then slowly we're going to unwind. Come towards the other side. Bring both hands to the floor, Stephanie, to your right. Nope, keep your left leg there. There you go. And then just bring the hands to the floor and kind of just fold forward. Like a little bit of a push-up. Ooh, stretching into your back, your hips. And then let's come back up to center and we'll switch to the other side. So bringing your right foot over the top of your left. Yep, foot on the floor. Again, sit up nice and tall, straight like a queen. And then decide where you need this comfort. Do you need the stretch in your hip or do you need it in your spine? And then turn your gaze over your right shoulder. And again, lifting up your shoulders, straightening up the spine, softening your hips into the floor. And don't forget to breathe, fill that belly, and as you fill in the belly, can you feel the chest rise up? Lovely. And then come towards center. Again, turn towards your left, bring the hands down to the floor, roll out the spine, almost like a cat spine. Beautiful. And then let's come back to center. Bring both feet to the floor, bending your knees. And from here, we're just going to put your feet into a butterfly. So draw the balls of your feet together, sit up nice and tall, hold on to your feet. And if you like, you can try to find a forward fold, whatever feels good for you. So we're really trying to soften that spine right now. Most of us have been sitting over a computer or over the desk. Maybe you're doing some outside work and you've been working in the garden. This is where we want to let our shoulders go, let our spine soften. And just be comfortable. Now slowly rise up, bring your knees together. And if you can do a few spinal rolls, Steph, you might want to scooch up a little bit. Do a few spinal rolls. We're just going to come standing at the top of your mat. Beautiful. From here, can you reach your arms all the way up towards the sky? Full rise. Exhale, nice and slow forward fold. Pause here for just a moment. Feel your feet connected to the earth. Feel that crease in your hips. Let your head get heavy. Let all tension go. And can you inhale to a halfway lift? Pause here for a moment, flatten the back. Exhale, let it all go again. And then on your next inhale, I want you to rise all the way up towards the sky. Reach for the moon. Bring your hands to heart center. What is your desire? What is your heart's wish for this class? And maybe not just for the class, maybe what's your heart's wish for the rest of the day, the rest of the week? What is that thing that you need in your life? More patience, more understanding, more peace. Keep in mind that the only thing that truly matters in your life right now, besides everything else that's going on in this world, is your breath. As we said before, the first thing that happens when a baby is born is we wait for that breath. And at the end of someone's life, we wait for the exhale, the final exhale. That breath is the most important thing. Without it, we're done. So be grateful and thankful for that breath, each and every one. And when your worries get too large, too much for you to handle, remember that the only thing that's the most important thing that you must do is to breathe. Wonderful, sweet breath. Take a nice deep breath in and make it the biggest breath you've taken in all day. Drop your hands by your side, soften your shoulders. And again, sweep those arms all the way up. Big inhale as you reach all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Once your fingertips touch the floor, step your right foot back. Bring your knee to the floor, flatten your foot. Reach your arms on up to the sky. Maybe you drop your shoulders down and back into the angel wings. Feel your chest opening up. Maybe there's a little tension across your shoulders. Let your neck soften. One more breath in here, filling up the chest, letting it rise. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor, curl your toes, step your right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, root to rise, all the way up. Reaching up, big, beautiful breath. Again, from here, can you drop those arms into angel wings? Lifting up your chest. Press your heels into the floor. Let your toes softly land on the floor. Beautiful. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your hands down by your sides. From here, we're going to come into our cute little plie. Reach, so you're going to step your right foot behind your left, coming on your right toes. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Opening up the side as you reach up and over. Breathe into the right side body. And then come to center. Switch, bring the left toes behind the right. There you go, reach the left arm up in the sky. Such a beautiful pose, I love this. Reminds me of Van Gogh's Dancers. Come to the center, reach both arms up towards the sky. Breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. Exhale, let it go, let it go, let it go. Once your fingertips touch the floor in your forward fold, step your left foot back, bring your knee to the floor, flatten the foot. Reach the arms up towards the sky. And then drop them again into angel wings. Opening up the chest, softening the shoulders. Soften your neck. Breathe. One more breath here. And then bring your hands to frame your foot. Step your right foot back, come into plank position. Find the strength in this plank. Press the heels back, lift the crown of your head forward. Press your arms into the floor as if you're trying to press yourself away from the floor. Draw the belly button towards the spine. Pause here, hold here. Be fierce and strong. If you need to come to your knees, come to your knees. One more breath here. Nice and strong. Drop your knees to the floor and slowly lower yourself all the way down to the floor. From here, let's come into a cobra. Press the tops of your feet into the earth, lifting up your heart and your chest, and looking forward, nice and beautiful. One more breath as you lift yourself up. Find the strength in your core, and then make your way to your downward dog. Beautiful. From here, walk your feet up to the top of the mat, coming into forward fold. Letting it all go. Inhale, let's root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, let's find that little dancer stretch. Right foot behind the left, on your toes. Reach your right arm up and over, opening up that left side body. Maybe you take your left hand and you reach back to the back of your right thigh. Very good. And then come to center. And then we're going to switch left hand behind the right. And this time, maybe take your right hand and you reach the outer edge of your left thigh. And then to center. Inhale, let's root to rise. Exhale, forward fold. Once your fingertips touch the floor, step your right foot back. Bring your knee to the floor. Lift yourself up into that. Reaching up again. Can you open up your arms into angel wings? One breath here. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Step your right foot forward, meet your left. Forward fold. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, let's rise all the way up. Drop the arms down and back into angel wings. Can reach the arms up towards the sky, bring them down to your heart. Let's find our dancer stretch. Right foot behind the left. And reaching up and over, open up that side body, feeling it, open up. And then slowly make your way to the other side. You are beautiful when you do this pose. You look amazing. And then back to center. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, fold all the way down to the floor. Step your left foot back. Knee to the floor, flatten your foot, reaching up, finding that low lunge. Beautiful, hands to the floor. Step your right foot back. Find your firm and strong plank. Again, pressing into the floor as if you're drawing yourself away from it. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Gaze just beyond the front of your mat. Drop your knees and come all the way down to the floor. Find your cobra or your upward dog. Beautiful. And then let's press up into downward dog. We may not all be in the same room, but let's make a nice strong community breath here. So take a nice big deep breath in and exhale. One more breath in and exhale. Walk out your dog. Whatever you do that makes you feel right. Walk out that dog, move those hips, roll the shoulders. flip your ponytail, whatever it is that you do that makes you feel right. It's your practice. Beautiful. From here, extend your right leg up towards the sky. Roll forward into plank. Bring your knee to your nose. And then extend it back out into three-legged dog. Again, bring the right knee towards the nose. Roll forward into plank. There you go. And three-legged dog. Last time, bring the knee to the nose. Pressing into your hands, lift your tailbone up, roll your spine, step your right foot forward in between your hands. And if you need to grab your foot and place it there, go ahead. If you need to move your right hand out of the way, do what you need to do. Nice and strong. From here, we're gonna do a nice and slow rise. I know you love this. So I want you to gaze, step back down. I want you to gaze at your second toe, okay? Nice and strong, so you're pressing into your left toes. Press your heel back. You're gonna look down at your middle second toe. Now very slow and strong, we're gonna rise up on a count of 8 to a warrior 2. So nice and slow, or you can go as slow as fast as you want because I can't see you. So slowly can you rise up to warrior 2. 8, 7, using your core, pressing into both feet equally, nice and strong. Feel how strong your core is and how your body has to take its time and use more muscles and more everything to get you where you need to be. Strong, fierce warrior 2. Gorgeous. See how her knee is above her ankle? I like to think of my knee as going the same direction as my second toe. Strong hips pressing into the outside of her left foot. Arms reaching forward and back. Gaze is towards the front, looking over those front fingertips. Breathing in. Breathing out. From here, you can turn your right palm up and find your peaceful warrior. Reach that right arm up towards the sky. Slide the left hand down along your thigh, opening up the left side body. So think about reaching up before you reach back. So you're really feeling that coming from your hip. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then let's come to warrior 2 again. Find your breath. And when I say find your breath, just bring attention to it. And then make your way into your supported side angle. So right elbow to the top of the thigh, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Imagine that the breeze is blowing into your palm and you're drawing your left shoulder back and open. Beautiful. From here, we're slowly going to rise back up to our warrior 2. Find our peaceful warrior. Reach the left palm up again. Gaze reaching up. Straighten the front leg. Come into reverse triangle. Bring your arms parallel with the horizon. Let's prepare for triangle. So reach forward so like you're reaching for that golden egg. So reach, 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 reach. Feel that left side body opening up and then find your triangle. Drop your hand down to your shin, your knee. Top arm reaching straight up. Keeping your shoulders in line with your legs. That's gorgeous. Lovely. From here, let's rise back up with those arms. From here, turn all 10 toes towards the same direction. Arms reaching out, opposite. Flatten the back. We're going to come to a halfway lift with a wide leg forward fold. So folding forward with your flat back. Breathing here. Can you sweep your left hand down towards the floor, reach your right arm up towards the sky? Again, stacking the shoulder one on top of another. Lovely. And then slowly swinging the arms or flowing the arms. The right hand's going to come to the floor, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Wonderful. Bring both hands down towards the floor. And find a nice forward fold. Make sure that your heels are a little wider than your toes. Most of your weight is on your heels, and see if you can bring your hips back behind your heels. Again, let the tension flow from your tailbone down to the crown of your head. From here, bring your hands to your hips. Slowly rise all the way back up. From here, we're going to turn to the back to the warrior two. So your left foot is forward, coming into warrior two, finding any modifications you need here. Nice and strong. So again, the knee is over the ankle. Knees go in the same direction as the second toe. Feel this in your inner thighs. I want you to press your feet into the earth and imagine that you can draw your feet together. You can slide them across that sticky mat, engaging the inner thighs. Breathing into your sternum. I want you to think about lifting up your chest. Beautiful. Now find your peaceful warrior. Flip the palm. Again, opening up that side body. And then coming back to warrior two. Nice and strong. From here, find your supported side angle. Left elbow on top of the thigh, reach the right arm up. Again, breathing in, see if you can turn so your chest just comes upward towards the sun. Towards the sun. And let's rise back up to warrior two. In finding your breath, reaching your arms in opposite directions, feeling your shoulders softening perhaps, and then make your way to your peaceful warrior again. Let's call this the Valkyrie pose. It just looks like a kick-ass woman, doesn't she? Straighten your front leg, reverse triangle. Bring your arms parallel with the horizon, and then reaching forward towards that golden light. Come into your Trikonasana. Gorgeous. You can see 3 triangles from Steph's body. The power reaching up from her toes all the way to her fingertips. You're going to rise back up, coming into warrior two. From here, we're going to find an unsupported side angle. So you're going to bring your left fingertips, you're going to slide them on the outside of your left calf. Yep. And reach your right arm up towards the sky. Nice and strong. So actually slide your fingertips behind your left thigh. Outside. Yeah. Make her work harder. And up. And behind her doesn't count. And then let's rise back up to warrior two. Turn your toes towards the front. And then you're going to heel toe your toes until you're coming to a horse stance. So toes are going to be pointing out, heels towards each other. Here's where the work comes in. There you go. Exactly. So, knees above ankles. There you go. Arms reaching out. We're going to come into the moon goddess. So we want you to bend your elbows into that angel wings. There you go. Feeling your chest. Your hips are as low as you feel comfortable with. We're going to do a lot of work here. You're just going to lift your right heel 5 times. Nice and slow. Yep, beautiful. Your torso is not moving at all. Nice and slow. 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Now we're going to come to the right side. Left side, you got it. Nice and slow on 5. This is a great pose to get you ready to go out in the garden, to pull plants. Get those legs ready for fighting those weeds. Maybe I just have the weeds that you need all the strength to pull them out. Beautiful. From here, straighten your legs and find a forward fold. And let you take a rest before we come to the next one. Let it go. All right, now toe heels back, feet back into place. Come back into your horse stance. There you go, nice and strong. Arms back up into the moon goddess. This time we're gonna lift both heels on for 10. So ready? 10. Down. Yep, 8, 9. Yep, 8. See if you can keep your torso from lifting up. Just lift your feet up. There you go. Feels different. I can't count. Or let's say it's 7, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, 3. There you go. She's got a big garden, so she's ready for this. 2 and 1. And then find another forward fold, letting it all go. This is your forward fold. Do whatever you like to do right now. If you want to toss in a skandasana, you go right ahead. If you just want to sweep left and right, you want to do some twisting, you do whatever your little heart desires. You're a yogi. Again, bring your hands to your hips and slowly rise back up, coming to warrior 2, facing the front. Again, take the time to find what feels right. I'd like you to take the time to scan your body from your feet to your knees to your hips and your shoulders. Find that integrity of your spine. Your arms are strong and fierce. From here, we're going to find our side, unsupported side angle. So you're going to take your right hand, you're going to slide it along the outside of your right calf. Yep. Reach the left arm up towards the sky. This is a really challenging pose. So do the best that you can. Pressing deeply into the outside of the left foot. Love, love, love. One more breath here. And then turn your gaze down towards your right foot. Frame your foot with your hands. Step back and find whatever flow you'd like to take right now. Beautiful. Meeting in our downward dog. Let's find our community. Inhale all together again. Inhale. And let's hear you exhale. Can find another inhale. And exhale. Extend your left toes up towards the ceiling. Three-legged dog. Roll forward in plank, bringing your left knee to your nose. Extend it again. Three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Three-legged dog. Last time, knee to nose. Hold it here. And then just step it back to meet your right. Nice and strong, pressing into your downward dog. Take a nice big breath. Hop, step, or walk all the way up to the top of the mat. Letting it all go. Inhale, rise all the way up towards the sky, reaching those arms and those fingertips. Beautiful. Bring your hands down to your sides, and then we're going to bring them behind your back for a back bend here. Supported back bend for this first one. So pressing into your heels, let your toes get soft. Tuck your chin and think about lifting your chest upward. And then slowly unfurl your neck. Just like a fern. Finding the back bend that works for you. And then slowly come back. Inhale, root to rise, reaching those arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's root to rise. Drop your hips down and back into Uttanasana. Bring your hands to your heart. Think about the integrity of your spine, of your back. If you like to reach your arms up towards the sky, go right ahead as long as it doesn't impede on your lower spine. Drop those hips down again. Let the toes be soft. One more breath here. Exhale, forward fold. Step back and find your flow. Beautiful. And you're pressing into your toes. Lift those heels. And drop the heels back down towards the floor. Let's extend the right leg up towards the sky. Roll forward into plank. Bring the knee to the nose. Drop those hips. There you go. Pause here. Send it back, three-legged dog. Again, right knee towards the left elbow. Almost to the outside of the elbow. Dropping those hips. You got it. Three-legged dog. Right knee to the right elbow. There you go. So that's your floating pigeon. And then extend the right leg up toward the sky. On the next breath, slowly and with power, I want you to step the right foot forward, coming into warrior one. Hands on the hips, squaring up. Extend your arms up towards the sky. Drop your arms back and down into those angel wings. Think of how many times that you've rolled your shoulders forward, leaning forward over the computer, leaning forward over working on the food that you're preparing. As many times as you roll them forward, this is as many times we'd like to try to open them up tonight. How much time that we equal it out. We'll never equal it out. Let's try as much as we can. One more breath here. Exhale. Bring your hands down to frame your foot. Step your right foot back. Go through your flow, whatever your flow looks like. If you want to skip a flow and go to a child's pose, or if you think you need more and you want to add 20 push-ups with a little flare one-handed push-up, you go right ahead and do whatever you need to do. It's your practice. From here, we're going to extend the left toes up towards the sky. Roll forward, knee to nose, coming into plank. There you go. Extend it back, three-legged dog. Left knee to the right elbow. There you go. Drop those hips down. Look how strong she is. Three-legged dog. Beautiful. Left knee to left elbow. Extend it back, three-legged dog. And then with power and strength, step forward and find your warrior one. You are fierce. This is like one of my favorite poses. I just think the strength that comes from this pose is amazing. Your feet are grounded. You feel the strength from your feet. Your legs are strong. And you feel your chest rise up like, I am so proud. And then you reach those arms up towards the sky and opening up the chest as you reach your hands up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, can you drop them down and back into those angel wings? This time, make sure that you're keeping your elbows in line with your shoulders. Softening your neck. Keep breathing into the sternum. Let your chest rise. One big breath. Press your hips forward. There you go. And then frame your foot, step back, find your flow. We'll meet in downward dog when you're ready. And let's hear it. Everybody find that community flow. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Again, let everything go. Let all the tension slide down your spine, puddle on the floor, and get washed away into the Greek. Inhale, let's root to rise. Bring your hands to heart center. Feel your feet grounded beneath you. Feel your connection to the earth. Again, noticing your breath. Lift your shoulders up, nice and strong. Putting all your weight into your left foot. Can you lift your right knee up, just with your toes on the floor maybe, just till you find your balance. And then we're going to lift the right knee up like you're going to take a large step into the unknown. Again, checking your balance, finding one focal point that's not moving. Keeps you nice and strong. And then can you open your leg out to the right? Draw that knee open again. Feeling the hips opening up. Maybe you feel this in your glutes. Checking your balance. And then at any point doing whatever you like with your arms, but without using your hands, I'd like you to bring your foot to your leg. Anywhere that's comfortable to you. The shin, thigh, the calf. If it comes towards your knee, don't put pressure on it. Now can you think about drawing the hip open a little bit? And then lifting up your sternum, do whatever you like with your arms. Maybe you grow branches. Maybe you bring palms together and challenge yourself. Maybe your branches move. Where is your tree today? I like to think as the tree is, this particular tree is an outward expression of what's happening inside. Maybe today you're using a little wall for support. We all could use a little support once in a while. Now bring your hands to your heart. Draw your right knee forward. And then extend your foot out towards the wall like you're going to step on the wall in front of you, lifting it up as high as you can. Feeling this in your hips, working, working, working. And then bring the feet to the floor to meet each other again. Make your feet as wide as the mat. Find a forward fold. And find that snuffleupagus. Sweeping the floor. Let's root to rise. Let's prepare for the other side. And just like a tree that's in the forest, no two trees are alike. That's why I want you to come into this your own way. Free form, natural. No preconceived notion of what a tree is supposed to look like. No trees look alike. Some are tall and some are thin. Some are stately. Some are flourishing with lots of leaves and some have very few. So putting all your weight into your right foot, come onto your left toes and find your balance. Feel yourself growing like your roots of your toes. And then lift your left knee up like you're going to take that big step forward into the unknown. And check the balance. Bring your knee off to the left. Again, opening up that hip, changing your balance. Again, Bring your toes out just a little wider, like there you go. Lift the knee up. And then bring that foot anywhere to your leg that you like, whatever comes naturally. Move your arms however you wish. Draw the knee back, opening those hips. You've got it, lifting up your chest. So you're growing from that standing foot. And whatever variation your tree looks like, it is amazing. And it's amazing because it's unique. It's totally you. That's your shape. That's your way your tree is growing because of the light, the way it's been fed, the way it's been starved. The light and the dark that it reaches for. But still your tree is the most beautiful, amazing thing there ever was. I love your trees. Now draw that knee forward and extend that foot out towards the wall. And then slowly bring the feet back together. Forward fold, letting it all go. Here you go. From here, pressing your feet and your hands into the earth, step back into your downward dog. Walk out those dogs, soften those hips. Beautiful. And from here, bring your knees to the floor. Set yourself back. We're going to come into a camel. So pressing into your knees, lift your hips up, bring your hands behind your back, just as we did with that back bend. And we're going to really focus here. So your feet can either be tucked or your feet can be flat. You're just going to be on your toes. And I want you to tuck your chin in. Kind of feel that rounding in your neck. And I want you to pretend just for a moment that you are that fiddlehead fern. Just coming up out of the ground, reaching for the sun. So you feel your legs or your knees grounded to the earth. Your thighs might draw forward a little bit, maybe your hips. And then bringing your belly forward, lifting your sternum up. We slowly untuck our chin. Let our gaze come up towards the ceiling. Maybe you slide your hands a little further up your back. Whatever feels right for you. And then just as you went into the pose, start to tuck the chin and bring yourself forward. Press your hips back down onto your heels. Bring your forehead down towards the floor. Just as if you're that little seed that needs to find the light. Now you're storing up all the energy. Then rising back up. You're going to extend your right leg out to the side, planting your foot on the floor. Take your left hand, reaching it up towards the sky, up and over, opening up that side body. Pressing into your right heel. Breathing into your left rib cage, reaching those fingertips up. Again, that beautiful dancer. And then slowly reaching up, you're going to bring your left hand down towards the floor and you're going to reach your right arm up towards the sky. And maybe you open up your chest. Finding a little bit of a twist here. And then coming towards center again. Both knees on the floor. Hands to the floor. Let's find a few cows and cats to soften the spine. before we make our way to the other side. Beautiful. And coming back onto your knees, lifting yourself up. We're going to come on to the other side. Extend your left leg out to the side, coming into that gate pose. Reach the right arm up and over, opening up that side body. Yeah, and breathing into that right side body, almost as if you're just breathing into the one lung. And then slowly sweep the right arm towards the floor, left arm up and over. And if you like, you can turn and open up the chest. Beautiful. Bring yourself back to center. Making your way onto your bum, we're going to prepare for a bridge pose. So finding yourself comfortable. Just going to adjust this a little bit. Finding your heels, making your feet what's comfortable for you, maybe as wide as your hips. First, relax your head. And let your neck soften. Your shoulders come down to the floor. Pressing into your heels, lift your hips up. Maybe you bring your hands to clasp beneath you, as you wiggle your shoulders underneath. Whole time, pressing into those heels, can we lift those hips up? Almost if there's a string from your pelvis lifting you up. Draw the belly button towards the spine, though, in the opposite direction. And I want you to think about the tops of your thighs. Engaging those muscles in the tops of your thighs, almost as if fingertips are on top of your legs and you're drawing your knees forward. Lovely. One more breath in, and then slowly come back down. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Let opposite knees come towards opposite ankles, swishing back and forth. And let's come to one more bridge. Pressing into those heels. Lift those hips. This time, Stephanie, I want you to reach towards your ankles. There you go. Lift those hips. And if you can grab the ankles, go for it. If not, that's okay. That's a challenge. She's bringing it on. Lifting those hips. Rounding those shoulders. Letting the neck be soft and the head get heavy. One more breath here. And then slowly release. Surrender to the earth. This time you're going to bring your feet as wide as the mat. You're going to tip both legs towards the right. Okay, and if you can you bring your right ankle on top of your left knee? There you go. Oh, feel that in your hip? Pause here. And if you can turn your gaze over your left shoulder. Perhaps bring your arms back into that angel wings that we were before. So just that weight of your foot and that ankle really changes the feeling in your hips. Soften your breath. Soften your body. Bring your gaze towards the center. Unhook your foot from the top of your leg and swish to the other side. So both knees are coming to the left, and you're gonna bring your left ankle on top of your right knee. Feeling your hips, just all the tension that you perhaps have been holding in your hips right now. Instead of panicking about how this feels, breathe into it. Accept the uncomfortableness of it. Then bring your gaze back towards the center. Unhook your knees and bring them back together. This time you're going to keep your knees nice and wide, and you're going to reach your fingertips towards your knees. You're going to bring your knees towards your armpits. So draw your legs in. So we're not quite coming to a happy baby. We're keeping our legs flexed. But draw your thighs down towards the earth. Maybe you rotate your ankles. And then if you'd like to come into a happy baby or find another final pose that works for you, go right ahead. Now we're going to come to a final Shavasana. So laying on your back, you know the earth beneath you. Can you take note of all the places that your body's touching the floor, knowing that this is where you are. Your body is lying on the floor. There's nowhere to be. No expectations of you. Just you and your stillness. In your space, safe. Bring your awareness to your breath. Just the natural, spontaneous breath. Don't try to change anything about it. Become aware of the weight of your head on the floor. The support of the earth beneath you. Let all the creases in your forehead, all the muscles in your face become smooth. Let your jaw soften. Bring awareness to the tip of your tongue. And let the entire length of your tongue, from the tip of your tongue to the root, soften and land in the lower part of your jaw. And just rest. Feel a softening of your throat. Maybe you take a swallow. Feeling all the muscles relaxing. Let your shoulders melt down into the earth. That point where your shoulder blades touch the earth is a reminder of where you are. awareness to the center of your chest. Perhaps it feels heavy or tight. Don't judge, just be aware. Send a softening breath. Send a breath of love and kindness. Send a breath of forgiveness and acceptance that you are where you are right now. And doing the best you can. Become aware of your arms on the earth. Your fingertips relax. Notice the entire length of your spine. And feel all the ribs that are connected. Just surrendering to the floor. Let the muscles relax. The fascia release. Notice your glutes connected to the earth. Let the muscles relax. Let the hips release any tension, softening. All your internal organs softening and falling into their own places. Your thighs, the front and the back of your thighs. All the work that they've done for you all day. Let them relax. Let your kneecaps, that soft space behind your kneecaps, let all the tension just seep from your crown of your head, from your hips, past those kneecaps, flow down into the earth. Let your calves and your shins surrender. Feel your heels on the earth. Again, another connection to where you are. Let your feet relax and fall off to the sides. Become aware of all the points where your body is touching the floor, where you are being supported. And just as your body is being supported, I'd like you to support your heart. All the thoughts and all the feelings you have, accept them for what they are. No judgment. No definition or explanation. Here you'd hear the water rushing by. You'd hear the birds calling to each other. They have no worries, they have no cares. They accept where they are, just as you should accept where you are. Stay here as long as you can. Find your rest, find your peace. This is the greatest gift you can give yourself, is to just lie on your back and let everything go. Be grateful for that one thing that is the only thing you must do today, and that is that magnificent breath. The greatest gift. My gift to you is my love, my compassion, my caring. May you all be happy. May you all be at peace. May you all be loved.